And here we go. We have our very first match of today's America's Cup. We've got Heves, we've got Drmzjoseph. Heves with the first pick, but pre-bans are coming out now.
Interesting pre-bans of Chiwu and Josephine. So we'll see. Clearly, Heves is planning on going with the aggression route, but Drmzjoseph has taken kind of eliminating a lot of options. We know that Heves does like to use Savannah a lot, but Heves does also have a very good turn 2 comp. We see a very standard Hathor first pick. Drmzjoseph does rely on Beast Riders, so he's going to pick some first few picks to be able to enable the Beast Riders later on in the draft.
Yep, there's the Fran coming out for Drmzjoseph. He's going to be splitting that Ganny Hathor, taking Ganny himself. Heves quickly responding with the CR in Okeanos.
Definitely needs to split the Ganny Hathor here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Drmzjoseph take a more aggressive route here. You know he likes to abuse those Beast Riders. That Masha is very, very well ruined on lots of damage here. So he takes that speed lead of Vanessa and the Masha to be able to compete with speed. And then, of course, Fran is protection against both AoE control units of Heves.
Now that's double fire coming out of Drmzjoseph. Curious what Heves going to be drafting here after seeing a Vanessa Masha coming into the picture.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of water unit. So very much so a Vigor. And actually, Molly would not be. I know we've bashed on Molly a lot before, but Molly's emerged a lot. Definitely a lot of water because that's a lot of fire that Drmzjoseph is representing from his side. So Vigor and Water Monkey King, both very good options. Vigor's going to be able to allow Heves to be able to take many, many turns to take advantage of this game. Water Monkey, lots of damage overall.
I like that we just saw that Wind Monkey King flash. You might go with this Diana here, but I know we picked that Wind Monkey King before.
Yeah, so when he flashes the Diana or the Wind Monkey King, you know he's going to ban out one of the fire units, is probably where his head's, or one of the water units, but takes out the Hathor and decides that he needs his Fran to resist this Okeanos, otherwise he's in a lot of trouble, because if he doesn't have immunity, that could be all she wrote.
That's right, Hathor, Diana getting banned out, Heves, Drmzjoseph, going to be round one between the two of them. Very exciting to see this get kicked off, and here we go. Heves with first turn, Okeanos looking for a reset.
Yeah, and actually Drmzjoseph team super well tuned, so it's actually very difficult to know what the turn orders are, and so Heves actually has a decision point to make here.
Went to go for the reset on the Ganny, but the Ganny did resist, still having that skill 3 up. Seal of Magic coming out on to the Vigor, resetting that Vigor.
We're going to see a unit go down really soon here because Drmzjoseph has attack buff from the Fran and then has a Masha following up, so that's going to be a lot of damage that Heves is going to take. Look to see which unit drops first, and Heves is going to have to come back 3 to 4.
Pulling out an Alter Ego to deal some damage to this Masha. Masha still taking it very well. Fran with the attack buff, heal coming out. We're going to see some damage coming from Masha. Whoa, Masha getting that defense break, dealing massive damage to Okeanos. Vanessa's going to be finishing off that Okeanos. Damage being dealt to Ciara.
Yeah, and what's also valuable here is that Vanessa still has that skill 2 defense break, so once that gets online, that Ciara's in a lot of trouble. Heves does have heal and anti-crit from Vigor, but again, 3 units versus 4 does not put him in a good spot.
That's right. Possible glancing going out onto the Ciara. Already has that slow as well. Reventilates back onto the Fran. Bomb coming out on Masha. He needs to stun up this unit now before it starts dealing more damage. That vent did come out onto Fran. Does get that stun, putting Masha in just that human form.
At the same time, Fran does have skill 2, is going to be able to cleanse that Masha, so Heves is still going to be eating damage on the Ciara that's already at half health.
That's right. There's no reset on that Vanessa. If he gets rid of this Masha, it's going to be reviving back because of Vanessa, and it'll be on a beast this time.
Yeah, and Drmzjoseph does need to decide, does he want to protect his team, knowing that his Masha can come back, or does he want to go for aggression? Choose to go for aggression.
Goes for the aggression, gets the additional turn anyways, immunity and attack buffs coming back.
Immunity and attack buff coming back, and that's a big defense break on that Ciara, so Ciara's not able to drop it.
Another additional turn coming out. You can see taking advantage of that defense break sitting on top of Ciara. Ciara's able to plant a bomb down. Trying to shake that defense break, does so, an additional turn does come out from Ciara.
But it's going to eat damage to the face from this Masha. This Masha is going to be saying, see you later.
That's
and now
right.
Heves is down.
And
2 units
another additional turn. Oh, man! Masha doing away with that Water Monkey, just a lonely Vigor. And this is going to be it for Heves. He's got to really think about this one. Maybe not letting Drmzjoseph get a hold of that Ganny, Vanessa, Masha team.
Very well calculated draft from Drmzjoseph. Puts Heves on the back foot here.
There you have it. Round 1 going to Drmzjoseph.
What a game there. I actually think this was a very well calculated draft from Drmzjoseph here, knowing that the speeds of the Ganny and the Fran were faster than the Water Monkey and Vigor, allowed those 2 to go first. Heves obviously miscalculated the speeds of the draft here. Oki having one choice to reset. Went after the Ganny and missed that, but at the same time he was in a weird spot because he didn't know what unit to reset and got popped off the bat.
Yeah, that's right. So even if he did land that reset, I'm not sure we would have too much of a different outcome at this point.
No, at that point, it would not have been any different because once that immunity goes onto that Masha, Masha gets that attack buff. I mean, that's it for one unit. One unit's gone, and you have immunity from Fran with the Ventilate from the Ganymede. That's a lot of just protection. The Gany can also skill 3 onto Heves, no immunity team, too much control and attack bar manipulation swings from Drmzjoseph's side, and just Heves' team just melted. I mean, thoroughly well drafted by Drmzjoseph, and the opposite for Heves there.
Yep, that's right. We're definitely going to be seeing a different draft coming out of Heves and maybe even a pre-ban affecting what we just saw in that match. We're going to be finding out soon.
Yeah, and I think in that situation, he's probably reached for the fire units a bit too early, or it was the last 2 picks on the 2 water units. I think one of them could have been some piece of immunity or some way to play back. I think going in all in like that with 2 water units, a little bit too risky here. Double bans on the Beast Riders here. Drmzjoseph very well calculated, actually thinking through the decision tree, knowing that if Heves has a Chiwu, that Savannah is a very difficult unit to deal with. So I like that ban from Drmzjoseph. Heves just reactionary ban on the Masha. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but at the same time, Drmzjoseph did use that unit very well.
That's right. Heves going to be drafting the Fran and Gany. Heves drafting the Fran and Gany. Drmzjoseph with that first pick, taking in that Hathor, thinking about a Vanessa right now, and I do believe he still has one other Beast Rider. He has that Barbara in stock.
Yeah, and I don't think a Barbara is great into this specific lineup here, but he's thinking probably 2 choices, either going for the kill instantly with some sort of a Daphnis play, something super aggressive, or with a more control play with an Oki, or the slower team route with the Vigor here. I think Vigor is a little bit more neutral, but this type of draft does open him up to some sort of a Sierra X play. Maybe a Sierra Wind Art Master would be very cool to see, but definitely a Sierra is coming in play here. It could be an Oki. Oki's not the best into a Vigor, but Gany Oki lockdown is very oppressive, so those are the 2 units we see.
Yep, double reset's going to be very, very important. Drmzjoseph loves this Josephine, and having that Gany on the field is going to be very strong with against this Josephine.
Yeah, and he's going to lay a Josephine here, but he needs to play one more unit that provides some sort of a support, some sort of heal. Otherwise, he's going to open himself up to a Diana with a ban onto the Hathor here. So Drmzjoseph does need to lay in some sort of other support unit. Honestly, a little light on damage here. So an piece of immunity would be great. Goes with the Wind Art Master.
That's very interesting. I think Drmzjoseph already calling the ban on the Gany already.
So when he lays a Changpeng like this is probably actually, I would actually say it's a ban on the Okeanos here, because he needs to be able to establish some sort of control. Heves needs to establish some sort of control, and Drmzjoseph wants to take that away by taking out either the Oki or it could be the Gany. One of the 2 units has to be split here. But I really like that pick from Drmzjoseph here. I mean, it's a lot of damage, lots of control if there's no immunity.
I do like the Wind Druid coming out for Heves. I think it's a very smart pick, very safe pick coming from him.
Yeah, it's a very safe pick, but one thing I am worried about is the Wind Druid actually does not take care of the Vigor very well. Vigor does allow turn cycling, lots of movement. We do see a split, as you call it, ban on the Gany. Nice call, Stoic. So the Gany goes away. We're going to see Drmzjoseph here with a little bit of a lack of damage. That Oki needs to land or Heves is in trouble.
Speed lead for both team. Drmzjoseph, the 33, though. If Drmzjoseph gets the 2-0, he's going to be moving forward. Let's find out. And here we go. First turn is going to be going to... Heves with the Okeanos. Oh, I'm sorry, not Okeanos. That was the Hathor.
Hathor goes in with the skill 3. Actually, that's a very fast Hathor, going faster than the Okeanos, so it might even be a swift Hathor here. And actually, at this point, Drmzjoseph is just going to turn cycle over and over again.
Gets that provoke onto the Fran. Fran's not going to be buffing up any immunity right now.
That's a very giant provoke.
Ooh, going in for a shred. Gets the additional turn as well, landing that 3-turn defense break. Ooh, and the additional turn coming from the Fran. Fran chooses to put up that immunity.
Giant proc there, laying up immunity. It's pretty huge here because now it's very difficult for Drmzjoseph to be able to lay any type of control onto Heves' team.
Another additional turn coming from Drmzjoseph. He's able to pummel in some damage on top of that Fran. That's defense broken right now. I think we might be seeing a Soul Protect coming out for Fran. Choosing not to, goes for a wild blow onto the Vigor.
Yeah, chooses not to because Hathor does have that sleep with skill 2 and would strip that off, and that would be the end of Fran. So wisely being very patient here, and Drmzjoseph should take out that Fran, look to see Heves, bring up that Fran, and try to find a window to keep it up through the game.
All right, well, here we go. See that additional turn once again coming out of Vanessa, getting stunned up this time. Josephine looking for the stun on Ciara and lands it. Hathor with the attack break to make sure those bombs are not going to be dealing much damage.
Yeah, and Drmzjoseph is actually in a really good spot here. If he goes to a defense break on the Seer and gets it, that's a lot of damage.
There's that defense break sitting on top of CR. No additional turn this time, though. We see the revive coming back for Fran. Can Fran possibly get the wheels turning for Heves?
It's going to be a little bit difficult. That Fran is going after the entire team of Drmzjoseph, so he's going to have to eat 3 shots to the face here in order to survive.
Yep, attack break sitting on top of Fran right now. We all know that skill 2 is going to be based off of her attack. She's not going to be dealing much damage after that. Does resist the defense break coming from Vanessa.
It's the world's biggest resist on the defense break because that Fran is up, so he's going to be able to pump in heals.
Woo, and Fran does hold on. Fran's going to be healing itself and possibly healing up the CR as well. That defense break looking very devastating. Chooses to heal himself, hoping for that additional turn.
Yeah, laying on that Rain of Spoons is going to give Josephine a turn, which is going to be some damage as he's going to be able to lay into CR here. So look to see the skill 2 go on that CR strip and do some damage here. But right now it could go to anyone's way here.
Yep, really could. Stun did land on top of Hathor. Not anybody else, though. We've got Windruid primed and ready for a massive wild blow. Not sure it's going to be the damage he's looking for. Does Shadow Shield on top of the Vigor.
Yeah, but at the same time, that wild blow doesn't do a lot of damage. Vigors are built generally on HP build, so very, very tanky units. Lots of speed buffs, lots of defense breaks. Very, very difficult to unit to deal with now.
Stun does go out on the Okeanos. Ciara barely holding on here. I think Josephine's going to be doing it right there. Does so, drops that CR, and we're looking for an attack break onto Vanessa and does land.
Yeah, and he's lost his primary damage dealer right now. Does not have any more damage in the back pocket. Tyranids doesn't do anything, so Drmzjoseph is going to sweep this 2-0 and start off strong here.
Another additional turn coming out of Drmzjoseph. Misses the defense break on top of the Fran. We've seen another turn coming out of the Vigor, looking to finish off this Fran. Does get the heal block, though.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter. Again, that skill 3 up from Hathor just seals the deal. Heves is going to go home here, and Drmzjoseph is going to move on and probably win some money today.
That's right. Drmzjoseph's going to be taking his time here, making sure he makes all the right moves. There really isn't much Heves can do here, but I guess he's going to be holding on for something. There it is. Finishes off the Okeanos, finishing off that Fran as well with the Vanessa. Attack break sitting on top of this Windruid. And there we have it. Round 2. That's it. Drmzjoseph 2-0's Heves.
Wow, what a match. Drmzjoseph made that look easy. Easy. And